Let's talk about poop. Yep, I'm going there. Hello, I'm Lisa Barwise. This is Mummy Shape School TV, and yep, we're talking about poop. So, if you've got a shy bum, you don't like this sort of talk, you're a little bit sensitive, then press stop right now. But it's an important part of your weight loss process, and we gotta talk about it. Okay, for those of you that are really sensitive to this sort of thing, I think we're gonna change the word pooping to the word elimination, because that's really what it's all about. I get questions on a regular basis from my mummies who either suffered from things like IBS or constipation or other things like that ask me, you know, Lisa, I'm a little backed up, I'm not really going to the toilet a lot, or Lisa, I'm just on a bit of a plateau here, I'm not getting past, you know, losing these couple of pounds. What's going wrong? Well, the first thing I need to tell you about is this is normal. The amount of mummies that I would talk to on a regular basis that have, you know, IBS problems or digestive problems or elimination problems, you would be astounded. So first of all, you're not on your own. But we need to look at this, and we need to look at why this is so important. Did you know that really, when you think about weight loss, there's only a certain amount of ways that fat can get broken down in the body for the fat to leave you, okay? So if you really think about that, it's so important to drink loads of water, as you hear me go on and on and on about all the time, but also to make sure that you're eliminating well. Now, how can we do this? First of all, most of my mummies on my shake program or my premium program, and also on the 5-week fat loss program, specifically say that what they've noticed about consuming the shakes and the capsules is that they are going to the bathroom more regularly. So let's look at what's normal, and then let's look at how they actually got there. You should be going to the bathroom at least once a day, sometimes twice, but once a day regularly. What you'll find is if you are a regular sort of gal, it's at the same time every morning or every afternoon. In fact, most people who have really good digestive systems and have really got good bacteria in their guts go roughly at the same time every day. When you go, it shouldn't be a harrowing experience. It should be easy, gentle, not a lot of pushing, not a lot of all that sort of nonsense. It should be really quite easy and really quite quick. Now, does this sound like you or no? I know that I struggled. I used to suffer a lot from IBS when I was younger and before I started any of my kind of health and weight loss journeys. Once I started to learn about food and learn about where I was going wrong with my food, I quickly and easily were able to get into a routine. So let's look at some tips to get you eliminating in a good way. All this poop talk, honestly. So firstly, one really good way for you to do this is to look at taking a shake or the Juice Plus Premium capsules. Now, am I trying to sell you something here? Yes, I really am, but for your own good. The mummies who start taking our shakes or premium program always say that the first thing that they notice is that they're going to the bathroom more regularly, and it's actually a more easy experience, let's say. The reason is that the Juice Plus shakes are actually filled with complex carbohydrates and a lot of fiber. Not only fiber from the fruit and vegetables in the shake, but also from the carbohydrates. Those slow-releasing carbohydrates like the chickpeas and the other plant-based proteins are so easy for your system to digest that not only are all of the macronutrients and the micronutrients being absorbed, so important for your energy levels and also for your nutrition, but that it's easier to go through your whole entire system. So what you'll actually find is that your system becomes more efficient at eliminating the things that it doesn't want, the waste products, which include a lot of the fat that you're breaking down. The second tip that you can do is looking at what you're putting in your shakes or what you're actually eating on a regular basis. Are you getting enough fiber? Now, fiber, I don't know about you, when I think about fiber, for whatever reason, I used to either think of bran flakes or those other kind of fibrous cereals, and that's the only thing I think of fiber. But fiber, really, the best sort of dietary fiber comes from fruits and vegetables. Oh yes, our friends, fruits and vegetables. So that is why the Juice Plus Premium capsules are really good, because they contain all the fiber, or most of the fiber, of the fruits and vegetables, but without all of the water and sugar and everything else that's in those. So other ways that you can get really good fiber into your system is to consume some dietary fiber. Now obviously green leafy vegetables are really good for you, such as the kales and the broccolis, etc. Some people do have difficulty eating a lot of broccoli and cabbage in terms of what it does to their systems, in terms of that eliminating side of things, but also they also experience this with eating a lot of beans, for example. Now there are reasons why when you consume certain types of beans that you have that. It's normally to do with how the bean itself has been processed. If you're actually buying dried beans, which you can buy actually now in any kind of supermarket, in the special kind of food section, you can actually bring your own beans, and if you soak them overnight, you'll actually find that you won't have any of those sort of eliminating problems and gassy kind of problems. The other thing that you need to look at is adding flax seeds and other seeds to your diet. I would actually add flax seeds to my shake on a regular basis, and I would also add it to things like porridges, sometimes soups, and also things like some salads. I would add flax seeds and things like that too. So that can really help to give you good fiber to move through the body and help you eliminate. The other one is also fats, good fats. If you think about it, you kind of need to lubricate those sorts of systems, and good fats will get you there. As you all know, I'm a massive fan of coconut oil. I use coconut oil in cooking, on my hair, on my skin, on my nails. Josh uses it for when he does have little flare-ups of eczema on his eyelids. I also just use it to rub it all over him, because it's so good for skin and things. And then I also consume it in my, a little bit in my smoothies and in my shakes in the morning. It's an awesome thing with regards to all the properties. I'm not going into them now, but that's another way you can get good fats into your diet. And also, if you do get a bit bunged up as you go along with your program, if you take a spoonful of olive oil, you can have some immediate relief or some gentle relief a little bit later on if you do get a wee bit bunged up. Pooping and eliminating is so important with your fat loss and weight loss programs, because how else are you going to get it moving and out of there? It has to come out. So what you'll generally find is that the better you are at that and more regular you become in that sort of process, the quicker the weight comes off, and the quicker it comes off in the areas that you want it to. Now, I've also written some really cool articles on mummyshapeschool.com about balancing your bacteria to making sure your gut is healthy. So please check those out. They're really, really helpful tips in there about balancing the bacteria. And we cover a lot of this in our 5-week fat loss plan, because it's really about targeting fat loss and making sure you're eating the right foods to get the fat right out of you. So I'm sorry if you were shocked about all the poop talk, but it was so important for me to bring it up and so important for me to give you these tips today. So if you enjoyed tips like this, please like it, share it amongst your friends, comment below, tweet it, Facebook it, whatever your kind of social addiction, get it out there. And of course, visit mummyshapeschool.com. I look forward to seeing you there.